Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we've got two wild stories to dive into. First up, we'll be following up on the guy who was so unhappy with his dental work that he took it upon himself to stop paying altogether. Then, we'll jump into the saga of a full-on Karen who let her dislike for her neighbor spiral out of control, only to have it completely backfire on her. Let's kick things off with the dental drama.
This is New U Dental versus Donnie Beard. So are you with New U Dental? Wait, why don't you get an unmute for me there?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hi. Hi, yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're with New U Dental?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Set today's date for hearing. My last note says we did. We entered a default, but Donnie was there and he just couldn't get his audio connected. So, in all fairness, he had to come back on. Have the two of you talked at all recently?
No, we didn't.
No? Would it help if I give you a minute, or do we just want to proceed with a hearing?
From my point of view, there is no way that we can have any talk with the defendant.
Okay. Well, both of you raise your right hands for me. Can you raise your right hand? Donnie, why don't you, Mr. Beard, there you go. Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth? Both of you?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Beard?
Yes.
Okay. You can put your hands
Yes,
down.
Your Honor.
Okay. And we're with New U Dental. Let me get something right now. I think we went through this before. Can you give me your name again?
My name is Diego Menzi.
And boy, I'm sorry. Spell the last name for me.
Yes, M-E-N as Nancy, S-I.
S-I, Nancy. That's right. Yep. That was the same name we had before. And you're familiar with the books and records as they pertain to this matter? Is that true?
Yes, I am.
Are you a full-time employee with New U Dental?
Yes.
Okay. I am showing an amount claimed. The last time we went through is $4,679 in damages. Is that still accurate?
4,679.
Yeah. Okay. And then I, of course, had the court costs we went through, $143.85. That was court costs. What with regard to services, help me out again. What services were provided for this money?
It was the personal service. So we served the defendant with an officer.
I'm sorry. I said, sir, I meant dental services.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yes.
So what did he have done? What did New U Dental do for him?
Okay, so let's go back in the past. I was trying to, get the paper again.
Sure.
So in 2020, they extracted some bones, some tooth. It was 1, 2, 3, 4 teeth I can see here, and then it was provided, the partial denture, and then they were supposed to pay, but never happened.
Okay, and how much at that point is there an amount owed at that point? Just so I can keep it straight.
Yeah. So the amount that was due was 4,679.
Oh, it was right at that point. So you never received any payments at that point?
No, never.
Okay. And which you said 4 teeth extracted. Which teeth? Just so we keep clear on which ones they were.
Okay. We call it with numbers. So it's tooth number 23, number 3, number 4, and number 10.
Okay. 23, 3, 4, and 10. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And did he receive the partial denture?
Yes, it was delivered. It was delivered on November, the same year, 2020.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Beard, is that information true? Did you?
No, it's not.
Well, if the story isn't true, then why not flash those shiny yellow chompers and prove everyone wrong? The problem is, he can't. The dentist really did take his teeth out.
No, did you not have these teeth
mean,
extracted?
Pardon me?
Did you have these 4 teeth extracted?
Yes.
Okay. Did you receive a partial
Yes.
denture? Did you?
They're right here.
Okay, so you got the denture, and this is 2020.
Yeah.
What they're telling me that you did
I
not
got
pay for those.
All the dates you paid, Tommy.
12/4/2020. I made a payment of $200. And 1/1/2021, I made another payment of $179. 1/30/2021, I made a payment of $300. 2/15/2021, I made a payment of $250. 3/15/2021, I made another payment of $250. 4/15/2021, I made another payment of $250. 5/11/2021, I made another payment of $150. 6/1/2021,
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Beard.
I made
May,
$100.
yeah, I'm sorry, May 11th. What was the amount on May 11th? What was the amount on May 11th?
May 11th.
$250.
Okay, I'm sorry. And go on from there because I just didn't catch it.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Then what after May 11th? What did you pay? Go ahead and keep going if there's more.
6/1/2021, I made a payment of $300. 7/7/2021, I made another payment of $350. And 8/7/2021, I made a payment of $150.
Is that all the payments?
That's when that's when I stopped paying.
Okay, that's when you stopped. Okay. So I see a total of, if I add those all up, it looks like 2,479. Does that sound right?
Yes.
Sterency, he's showing that though there was payments, and it sounds like it's pretty detailed on those payments being made from 2021.
I don't know. Sorry. Yeah. I don't know from where they got these payments because I have still here open, the ledger of this patient, and there is not even one payment. And besides, what was not mentioned before is that the patient got special care credit. They call it care credit, financing. So it was approved on November the 6th, 2020, and on September 2021, they disputed the charges. So we received the dispute in, from the care credit financing, and we got, debited our accounts for that same amount, 4,679. So that was not mentioned before.
All right, now it's starting to make sense. The defendant went with a bargain dental office and got exactly what you'd expect from budget dental work. When he realized the results didn't give him the Hollywood smile he imagined he'd get for a cut-rate price, he decided to challenge the charges with the credit company he financed through. The company sided with him and issued a chargeback to the dental clinic.
And not only the patient, I have a report here from the practice. He went to the practice and he started yelling at everybody, saying that the job was not good, And that was happening exactly one day before he disputed, the amounts to the care credit. So it was like something very connected. So the day before they go to the practice, after 9 months that they got the things, and they disputed, and then the next day they disputed to the care credit, so they were not charged anymore. Beside, the question was last time, if you remember, your honor, was like why, if the implant was provided around 2020, why we start having the first statement sent out on 2021. And that is very common, first of all, because it takes months, to have the plant adjusted, the implant adjusted. And secondly, there was this finance, care credit in between. And they take their time, to process, and they gave extra time, to the customers to start paying. That's why we have this apparent delay, from the moment that the implant was due and the time that we issued the very first statement. The very first statement was issued after our bank account was charged back from the care credit. Very naturally, we found that we didn't get any money from the patient, but we we were charged from the care credit. So we found it very natural to start sending the statement to the customer, because at that point the 4,679 was due from the patient.
So, did Care Credit, as far as your record show, did they pay for the entire amount? Is that what happened?
No, what happened is that once the customer is being approved, they start with installment payments. But that never happened, because I have here the paper on September 20 on year 2021. There was a dispute. There was the total charge was disputed by the patient, and so they never started collecting from the patient. See?
Oh, I see. So these amounts that he's talking about, where, gosh, help me out. You're telling me you never received any of these payments?
No.
Okay.
Very honestly, if we had received any payment, we will have something different today to talk about. But
Yeah.
I don't see any payment coming in this.
Help me out with the process. Would he have been paying to? I guess it's, what is it? Special care credit. Would he have paid right to them? Is that how that works?
Yep.
Oh, I see. So if it had gone right, his payments, all these payments he made, were going to special care, not you.
Exactly.
Okay, Mr. Beard, is that true? Were you making these payments to special care credit? Is that what it was?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it was.
So the dental office was justified in filing a claim against the defendant. However, if the defendant has an issue, his dispute should really be with the credit company that financed the procedure.
Okay, so your dispute, Mr. Beard, your dispute is with special care credit, not New You. Why didn't you make any payments to, I guess, New You directly if there was a dispute with special care?
I'm not sure I understand the question, Your Honor.
Well, did you raise a dispute issue with New You Dental or with special care credit?
I called special care credit, and I told them that I had this work done, and the dentures, they didn't even clean my teeth before they made the dentures. So they made the dentures the same color as my teeth because that was naturally me. But it wasn't naturally me. It was naturally funk on my teeth.
So did
You
you,
know?
why didn't you complain to New You Dental?
I don't. My teeth are not long enough to hook the dentures to them.
Okay.
And the dentist took no pride in my mouth. He didn't take no care. Or the dentist didn't clean my teeth before he made my dentures that don't even fit my mouth yet shape. My teeth ain't long enough to hook those dentures to them.
Okay. So do you have an expert that's going to tell me that? Do you have another dentist that's going to tell me that today?
Well, unfortunately, the doctor,
No, hold on. From you, let me hear from him first. I want to see if he's got another dentist that's going to tell me that. Okay, hold on. So, Mr. Beard, do you have an expert that's going to testify that they weren't made right?
I don't have that. I don't have that right now. I sure don't. But he did tell me that the teeth wouldn't support my dentures.
Unfortunately, without an expert witness to back you up, your statement falls under hearsay, and that means it's highly unlikely to carry any weight in strengthening your testimony.
You got to have some expert that's going to tell me that, though, Mr. Beard. And from Mr. Menzies' side, did you ever receive a notice that there was a complaint about the dentures from Mr. Beard?
No, and very honestly, we have a report here from the then doctor that administered all the things, and the name is Moses Shin. It's dated January the 8th, 2021, and I just read what is in the report. Try in adjust bite, patient approved of fit and appearance, ready to process. Then I have another note, and the same doctor on January 29, 2021, deliver upper and lower partial. And the very last one is dated February the 4th, 2021, adjust upper bite, loosen clasps, reduce lower left lingual flange at the distal. So very technical things, but you can see that the very first one that I mentioned on January the 8th, there was a try-in and the patient approved fit and appearance.
Yeah. Okay, and then the last was a kind of sounds like a kind of a final fitting on February 4th, adjusted the bite.
Right.
And did Mr. Beard ever show up after that February 4th date, 2021?
He disappeared, and we all understood that. He was happy with that. Anyone of else ever said you don't come anymore, you don't show yourself anymore. So we were more than ready, to adjust and to fit and to fix it. But he disappeared, and on September 2021, we received the charge back from Care Credit.
Okay. And from your side, you don't know what the charge back was for. It was just that there was some kind of dispute.
Out of the blue,
okay.
As they said, if I may say, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. I'm ready to make a decision. I'll be right back on. I'll give you a decision in just a minute. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, after listening to both sides, things aren't looking too promising for the defendant. But let's see how the judge rules on this one.
Okay, I've had a chance to review my notes and the pleadings in their totality as well. You find that both plaintiff and defendant appear today. There's been no expert testimony given with regard to the work that was done to either the dentures or the extractions. Do you find that this plaintiff is asking for services rendered? Do you find that the services were rendered on the date alleged, which was in 2020, November of 2020? Also, find that there's been no dispute with regard to the amount that was being charged and the amount that was expected to be paid, $4,679. I do find that the defendant, Donnie Beard, was making payments towards this debt, but not directly to New Dental. It was going through Special Care Credit Services. It was a kind of a third party entity that was, I guess, rendering some kind of help with dental services for Donnie Beard, at least with payments. These payments were detailed in significant amount to Donnie Beard, totaling $2,479. However, there's records showing that the patient did approve of the work that was done, the extractions as in the partial denture work that was provided to him on January 8th, 2021. There were several follow-up appointments, January 29th, 2021, and February 4th, 2021, where the bite was adjusted on the partial dentures. Find based upon the totality of the testimony that the defendant never complained about the work that was done. If there was complaints, it was up through February 4th, 2021, when those appointments were made and services were being provided to adjust the dentures that were provided. There were some allegations that the anchoring mechanisms on the dentures were not proper, but I've got no professional expert testimony provided that shows that the work was not done in a workmanlike manner, medical workmanlike manner today. Also, through testimony from New Dental, there was some type of dispute that they don't know what it was involved. They were never made aware of it, other than the fact that Donnie Beard had made a complaint to Special Care Credit, and there was a dispute with regard to finances somehow, and they were debited $4,679. New was debited back off of their account $4,679. They had not received any of those payments. Therefore, they're still outstanding. The services that were provided, I find that those services were provided completely, and find no defects in the services provided based upon the totality of the testimony to date. Therefore, judgment for plaintiff, $4,679. Court costs $143.85 for a total of $4,822.85. Judgment for plaintiff. Okay. Good luck to both of you. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck. Bye now.
Bye.
And that wraps up this hearing. As someone who's gone through some major dental work myself, here's a bit of advice: avoid budget dentists if you can. And if you're looking for affordable options, consider going abroad like I did. Now, on to our next case, a classic Karen meltdown. This one involves a woman who repeatedly tried to file PPOs against her neighbor, only to have it all blow up in her face. Some of the accusations she threw at him were downright vile, and I'll be muting the exact words she used since they'd almost definitely get this video demonetized. Let's just say it rhymes a little too closely with PDF file.
Well, all right, so we appear to have three cases where both parties are present. We'll start with Charles Peaty and Laura Bowman. And we'll have both of you And Mr. Finley, Mr. Petey is with you? Okay, thank
Yes,
you.
he's right here, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Petey, pardon me, Mr. Petey and Ms. Bowman, both raise your right hands for me. Swear that testimony in this case to be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Bowman, say something?
Yes, I do. Sorry, my screen.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, there's it.
And Mr. Finley, do you have questions for Mr. Petey as to the basis for his need for protection order?
I do, Your Honor. I'd ask the court how much detail do we need to go into here?
Well, I mean, what I read in the petition is that Ms. Bowman flips off Mr. Petey, makes false statements about him. And if you want to add something to that, go ahead with your questions to Mr. Petey.
All right, thank you. Mr. Petey, tell us about the incident with your car and Ms. Bowman.
My car had been keyed, and Miss Bowman came to my house and apologized for it and paid me for my deductible and admitted the guilt. She said that she didn't key my car. She said she actually used a claw hammer and came to my house and admitted to it.
All right, and then after that happened, was there an incident with her at a park?
Yes, so then I went to a park to have dinner with my cousin, and she walked around the park twice. On her second trip, she started yelling at me and my company. One of the fathers from my school was right behind her and saw the whole thing, and she just trying to cause a disturbance with me and the three kids and my cousin, and we pretty much just ignored her and went about our way, and it's just nonstop harassment. She just won't let up.
And how many times has she summoned you into court for restraining orders against you?
I think like 3 different times, 2 or 3 different times.
And were any of those granted?
No, they were not.
All right. And she also called your employer and said,
She apologized for everything that she had done, admitted that it was all a lie, tried to take me to court again, and then the judge dismissed it because he dismissed it
okay.
prior to that a couple of weeks.
Right, listen to what I'm asking. Has she also called your employer and tried to get you fired?
Yes, she has.
Okay, do you remember what she said to the employer?
She said that I was a pedophile and I was stalking her kids at the bus stop, which is at the corner where I live. And I drive my son to school every single day. So when I leave for school, her kids are catching the bus at my corner.
Is there any truth to any of those allegations?
No truth at all whatsoever. I never even made eye contact with kids.
And those allegations were the basis of one of the protection orders that was denied for her?
Correct.
All right. Is there anything else you want to add here?
I'm just really tired of her harassing me. I mean, it's just nonstop. She comes and apologizes. She's even called my employer again after all this recently and accused my secretary of having a speech impediment and her being crazy, and she just won't stop harassing. She's got on My Neighbor on Facebook, all kinds of different stuff. She's actually even put signs on my street signs in front of my house, saying I'm a...
As someone who's been unfairly labeled with this and far worse, I can tell you firsthand that accusations like these have the power to destroy lives. What doesn't make sense is, if she truly believed her claims were valid, why didn't she take them to the police? The fact that she didn't speaks volumes.
Is there, does her behavior cause you to fear for your safety?
Extremely, it does. She's actually drove through my yard twice. The cops came, she yelled at them, slammed the door in their face. Nothing happened with that. I had to get rid of my son's dog because I'm afraid that she's going to hit him. I don't let my son play in the front yard anymore because I'm afraid that she's going to try through my yard again and kill my son. My son has been losing sleep from it because he knows what's going on. He asked me what happened to our car, and I can't lie to him. And he's just really distraught and having a hard time with it. And it's affected my work. I've missed multiple days of work, and she's trying to run me out of the town the town that I've worked in for 25 years, being a taxpaying citizen. And it's just not fair that she thinks that she could exploit the court system to try to get me away. And
All right.
it just don't seem fair.
All right, thank you. I think that should be sufficient, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Mr. Finley. Ms. Bowman, go ahead.
Yes, I would like to ask for an extension. My tribe has a free clinic tomorrow at our DuPont facility, the Cowlitz Indian Tribe, with Northwest Justice Project, and I would like to speak with an attorney. In addition, I'm also waiting for police reports and camera footage because I believe that the majority of what was just said is wrongful and false.
Okay, so
So I'm gonna be speaking with an attorney tomorrow at 10 o'clock. I have an appointment in DuPont, and I also have police reports and camera footage that I'm waiting for.
camera footage of what?
From the city of Olympia, from the top of the light post, from when he was following me around, videotaping me multiple days in a row. There's a lot more to this story. And I've tried to file 3 protection orders against him, but the protection order I tried to file when he got the attorney, I am an educator. I'm very well known in my community. I work in Native education, and I could not miss my student groups. I kept missing groups because he had not been served. And then when the judge at family court, he said that the reason I didn't accept he offered me an attorney. I did not accept it. That was my bad. I screwed up. I should have accepted the attorney. I wanted things to be over with because I chair an STI committee for my tribe. I just got my master's in elementary education. I do all kinds of things. I'm too busy to harass this man. I need an attorney because I didn't come to court last time because I couldn't. I kept showing up. He wasn't showing up. The people that were facilitating my middle school groups were getting very frustrated with me. I was getting emails from my students, Miss Bowman, where are you? And so I chose to go to my students instead of this. And this is all wrongful. There's so many falsehoods, so many. My children I have a statement from my daughter. My children have had mental issues because he has said that he wants to have relations with my daughter multiple times. He's referenced it. Even after I took him to court last time for it, he did it again. I never keyed his car or whatever he said I did. I never drove through his yard. I never did any of that. These are all false accusations, and I would like legal representation.
Okay, so Mr. Petey told me that you told him that you keyed his car and that you paid for the damage.
Yeah, that never happened. That never happened. He has been making things up since I did call his work back in February to warn them of his and what he had said and done to my daughter multiple times. And then after that, that's when everything got ugly. That's when he accused me of driving through his yard and called the police on me. That is when all this ugly stuff started happening.